Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the last video of 2020. I cannot believe it. Happy New Year. I know this year has been something, but y'all, we made it. So for today's video, the last wear test of 2020, we are using the new Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Powder Foundation. I went live with this, giving my first impressions, I wanna say maybe like 2 or 3 days ago. So today we are putting her to the test. I've got 4 clients today in the salon, so I'll take you with me to work. We'll check it out and see how she holds up. All right, let's get started. So the only thing that I have done is I went ahead and put on some concealer. So this is the Rare Beauty concealer. Y'all, I am loving this. I am in the shade 430W, so I only put it up under my eyes and just a little bit down the center of my face. And then underneath, I set with Laura Mercier Light Set Translucent Honey. I've actually been liking this up under the eyes. I'm typically not a fan of loose powder under the eyes because it can be drying. However, just a light set, it'll get you to where you need to go. So for the Pro Filt'r Powder Foundation, I am rocking the shade 410. In the liquid foundation, I wear 420. However, when it's available for all powder foundations, I typically always like to go down a shade just simply because I have really oily skin. And basically what happens is by the time I put the foundation on, my oil pushes through and it settles. It just ends up being a little bit darker. That is not oxidation. Oxidation is a whole totally other thing. I feel like I need to do a video on oxidation because, and this isn't a cocky thing, but I just understand oxidation on another level due to me being a hair colorist. That's what I do for a living. If you're new here, hey, what's up? So that's not that. That's just my skin, my oily skin pushing through and making it look a little bit darker. So when I was watching, I did see Andrea Renee's video after I went ahead and purchased 410, and I was kind of like, oh, okay, great, because she's a shade twin, if you don't know who she is. If you're watching me, I'm just guessing you know who she is, but for some strange reason, if you don't, you should check her out. So I went with 410. I was really going back and forth with getting 400, but when I was looking at my photo that I took and then reading the description, it says warm, very warm, and I don't want to be looking orange, so we're just gonna roll with 410. Also, I know some people use this as a setting powder with liquid foundations. That's not how I would ever do this. Anything that's typically a powder foundation, I use it as a foundation. If you want maximum coverage, of course, do you, but here on my channel, how we roll, because y'all know I'm a powder foundation queen, I like to use it as my foundation. So I will not be using this to set any liquid foundation. Of course, if that is what you want to do, you go right ahead. And I am using a Real Techniques powder brush. And I'm just kind of focusing on my areas where I have my lovely discoloration first, and I'm just kind of pushing it into my skin. All right, so this side has the powder foundation on, this side does not. I'm just gonna blend down here a little bit with my Real Techniques setting brush, what I use to set up under my eyes. All right, and now we're just gonna go ahead and do the other side. Right off the bat, one thing that I noticed is I feel like it does a really good job at just giving me an overall even complexion. And it really does, like, I feel like it blurs my skin. Almost filter-like, you know what I mean? Everything just looks really smooth, which I am not mad at one bit. And hold please, my mom's calling me. Okay, I'm back. I'm just going to take the lightest bit and just kind of tap up under my eyes just a little bit, only because I feel like the powder is a little bit warmer, which isn't a bad thing, but I didn't want it to be like super neutral under my eyes and then really warm around my face. So just a light tap just to help blend it. Yeah, that looks much better. Much better. All right, so this is what we're looking like. Let me zoom y'all all up in my face here. It looks very smooth, very skin-like. The shade match, I mean, I think that's pretty good. I don't think we're honestly gonna get any better than that. I feel like sometimes people have unrealistic expectations for the shade match, and it's a rare occasion that you are gonna find something that is just, yes, spot on, 100%. I have had one success with one foundation that has just matched me to the T 100%, and that's Dior BackStage 6W. Is that one of my favorite foundations? It's probably like top 5, but I have other ones that I wear just simply because I like the formulation and the finish. However, that is probably the only foundation that I've ever come across where I'm like, this matches me perfectly to a T. Doesn't mean that others are bad, but just keep that in mind. And I know with Fenty, it can be really daunting. I feel like Fenty is probably the hardest when it comes to shade matching just because there are so many. Now, that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that's bad, okay? But sometimes too much of a good thing can be too much. Again, not mad at it. I'm glad we have it. We need it, because I know we'll get someone in the comments, well, we need it. Yes, I know. However, when you have so many shades and so many undertones, like, you guys have to understand my thought process of it. From a makeup artistry standpoint, I can figure it out pretty well because I understand undertones. But if you're just an everyday consumer, maybe you're new to makeup, I totally see why it could be a little bit overwhelming. So also with Fenty, what people fail to realize is because they're always shooting for that one perfect shade. With Fenty, the cool thing is I guarantee if you can find your shade, you can probably wear 2. But anywho, okay, this is what my face is looking like. I am about to just put on the rest of my face and then we out of here. All right, I am back. So on my eyes, I have this new bougie but totally unnecessary eyeshadow palette I picked up the other day. This is, oops, upside down, NARS Saint Germain, and I don't know, it's a COVID purchase. I walked past it and I was like, I think I need that in my life. Do we have these colors? Yep, we do. Do you need this? Absolutely not. I'm digging it. That is what's on my eyes right now. I feel very luxe. And for blush, I have on Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, not Pillow Talk, sorry, Sex on Fire. No bronzer, no contour today. Wasn't feeling it. I just wanted to throw on some blush, eyeshadow, and then for lips, which I'll probably end up wiping off anyway, but just for the sake of the video and kicks and giggles, we're gonna go with the Fenty Cream, what is this, Cream Balm? Gloss Bomb Cream, excuse me. This is in the shade Cookie Jar. I did a really bad job putting this on. That is okay. All right, so this is what everything is looking like. All right, so it is currently 10:45. I'm about to head to work. I am filming this on December 30th, so y'all will see this video tomorrow, December 31st. Of course, I will check in between clients so we can watch it and see if anything crazy happens. I know I always get hot at work. Once the hair dryers come on, I get busy. We'll see how the oil control is. We're gonna check on all of those things. So I will see y'all in the salon. All right, here is our 1 hour check-in. I am about to walk into work and we've got some natural, don't wanna say sunlight because it's very cloudy, but this is what we're looking like. So I will see y'all in a bit. All right, you guys, so it is 4:35. And this is what my face is looking like. I don't feel greasy. I don't feel like the color has changed. I don't feel like it looks too warm. I honestly think it looks really perfect. And because I know someone's gonna wanna know, transfer, of course, all things are gonna transfer. However, I do feel like powders transfer less than liquid foundations. That's just what I have found out during this whole mask and makeup wearing situation, but yeah. This is what we're looking like, and I'm not mad at all. So I've got 2 more clients and then we'll check back in and close out the video. All right, you guys, I just finished up my last client. It is 6:35, put my jacket on because I was about to walk out the door and I was like, well, hold on, girl, you're doing a wear test. So this is what my face is looking like, and I am very, very pleased. I feel like I don't look crazy greasy. What's on my chin? Oh, I got hair color on my chin. I don't look greasy. And one thing that I was really worried about was I thought I was going to end up looking a little orange or red, just simply because when I was doing my live the other night, I don't know, I guess it was just my lighting in my room that night. It was just a little off, but my skin looks good. Even with the oil that has pushed through, I feel like the tone is still good. Now, of course, it's faded here, but it's a pandemic, we're wearing a mask, but everything else I feel like looks really good. So I'm gonna go home, eat because I'm starving, and then we will close out the video. What is this random hair right here doing? You need to get down. Alrighty, I am back, and it is 9:12. Sorry, the boys are in here. Caesar and Rocket. Okay, so it is 9:12. It's late. I'm sleepy. I'm ready for bed. This is what my face is looking like, you guys. I have not done any blotting all day long. Now, keep in mind, I'm an oily skin gal, so no matter what, I'm always gonna get oily, but this is not bad whatsoever. So one thing that I always do once during the day, I always blot anyway, so I'm just going to do a soft blot. And when I blot, I never retouch my makeup. Normally I'm good to just blot and go on, because I just feel like sometimes if I retouch. All right, so I have blotted, and this is what my face looks like. No matter what type of foundation I'm wearing, liquid, powder, I am going to have oil that pushes through, and I always have to blot my face at least once throughout the day. Now, let's talk about how this wore. I felt like it wore perfectly fine in the salon. One thing that I was really worried about was if the color was gonna shift later on the day or just look too warm on me once my oil does push through, and it did not. This stayed true to color the entire time. So Shade Twins, 410, I don't even feel a need, honestly, to get Shade 400 anymore, because Shade 400's description was very warm, and I'm afraid that if we go that route, it might be a little too orange, but I am very happy with the coloring of it. Next up, I love that it made my skin look like I had a filter on. It felt very blurring. I also love that it gave my face like an even complexion. What are they doing? Sorry, my dogs. I love that it gave my face an overall, like it evened out my skin. There we go. Sorry, I can hardly think, I'm so tired. I love that it evened out my skin. Now, it's very hard to kind of take points off for this last part I'm getting ready to say. I feel like I did lose, like when I look at my face, I can tell that I lost everything from down here. But guys, I was in a mask. I was working from 11:30 to 6:30. Had a mask on the whole time. Nothing we can do about that. But when I look at my face from the cheeks up, everything is still intact. So I'll probably just play around with it some more and wear it throughout the house while I'm working and filming videos, and I'll update you guys on it later. But as far as who this is for, I think this is like the first universal powder foundation. I truly feel like if you have dry skin, you will be able to get away with wearing this one, just simply because it's not a super mattifying powder like the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet or the MAC Studio Fix powders. I would never recommend those for dry skin. Now, of course, you do what you do, but I feel like with this one, just as long as your skin prep's on point, you're all moisturized and ready to go, I really think you can wear this one. It's a beautiful finish, medium coverage, soft matte. It's just one of those things that it's just super easy to use, and that is why I absolutely love powder foundation so much. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope it gave you some clarity as far as how it wears. I know it's very difficult whenever we do wear tests and we're wearing a mask, but hopefully in 2021 we won't be wearing a mask. A girl can hope and pray, right? No matter what, I'm gonna stay positive. Happy New Year, you guys. I hope that you can find something positive about this year, because no matter what, yes, it was rough for all of us. Just take a moment, take a step back, and just really look at it, because I guarantee you can find some positives in it, all right? So stay prayed up, stay hopeful. We got this. It's gonna be all right. So I love y'all, and I appreciate you guys so much for rocking with me this whole year, watching my content, commenting with y'all. I absolutely love and adore you. You inspire me and motivate me to keep going. So the next time I see you, we will be in 2021. So thank you so much for watching. You know the deal. Keep it simple, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.